went from worst to best. We're deporting criminals, restoring safety to our most dangerous cities. Just take a look at Washington, D.C.
Oh, now I get it.
It's at
Now I get
levels
it.
of
Wait.
safety that we've never
Okay.
seen before. And they decimated the bloodthirsty foreign drug cartels. We did that all by ourselves with our people, and we're so proud of it because they were poisoning and destroying our population.
All right.
Drugs brought in by ocean and by sea are now down 94%. We have broken the grip of sinister woke radicals in our schools, and control over those schools is back now in the hands of our great and loving states where education belongs. After rebuilding the United States military in my first term, and with the addition we are adding right now, we have the most powerful military anywhere in the world, and it's not even close. I've restored American strength, settled 8 wars in 10 months, destroyed the Iran nuclear threat, and ended the war in Gaza, bringing for the...
So this is not even a speech about anything. This is Trump addressing the nation and just playing the classics, bro. He's just saying every possible thing about how I'm good and Biden's bad.
First time in 3,000 years, peace to the Middle East, and secured the release of the hostages, both living and dead. Here at home, we're bringing our economy back from the brink of ruin. The last administration and their allies in Congress looted our treasury for trillions of dollars, driving up prices and everything at levels never seen before. I am bringing those high prices down and bringing them down very fast. Let's look at the facts. Under the Biden administration, car prices rose 22%, and in many states, 30% or more. Gasoline rose 30 to 50%. Hotel rates rose 37%. Airfares rose 31%. Now, under our leadership, they are all coming down and coming down fast.
They're just not. They're just not, dude. I don't know what to tell you. They're just not. Like, at absolute best, they are rising slower because it was 2021 was the peak of our inflation, right? So they're definitely still rising. Inflation's still up. It's above the 2% target. It's at 3%. So it's still rising. Could be rising slower, but at no point are they coming down.
Democrat politicians also sent the cost of groceries soaring, but we are solving that too. The price of a Thanksgiving turkey was down 33% compared to the Biden last year.
Okay, so this has been fact checked. I don't even have to do it. They found out that they were using a smaller portion of turkey. The Thanksgiving turkey meal that they are comparing year over year was a smaller amount. So
the price of eggs is down 82% since March, and everything else is falling rapidly. And it's not done yet, but boy, are we making progress. Nobody can believe what's going on. Here are just some of the efforts.
This is such a crazy double down strategy, bro. This is like 10 times beyond. Joe Biden did a similar thing, right? And I criticized him for it. I said, you can't go out to the American people and say, hey, everything's great. Look at these headline numbers. Things are good. It doesn't, when they don't feel it, it's obviously going to fucking roll right off them and make them actually kind of pissed off. But he's doing it at a most extreme level I've ever seen. He's pissing in your face and saying it's raining, bro. This is crazy.
So we have underway, you will see in your wallets and bank accounts in the new year. After years of record-setting falling incomes, our policies are boosting take-home pay at a historic pace. Under Biden, real wages plummeted by $3,000.
Dude,
under Trump,
this is not like just an Atrioc opinion, right? This is not a per Atrioc. This is like you can find any opinion poll done by Fox, done by anyone, talking to people, Republicans, Democrats, anyone about the economy. Nobody feels like their real wages are rising at an insane pace. Nobody feels like that. There is no poll from any source, conservative, Democrat, centrist. There's no poll where people aren't feeling dour about the economy, and certainly not where they think their real wages are rising at an insane pace.
The typical factory worker is seeing a wage increase of $1,300 for construction.
These are such easy lines to fact check. I don't even have to fucking pull shit up because these are all lines said before. Okay, manufacturing since April, which was fucking Liberation Day tariffs, has contracted for 8 straight months. It's, it's manufacturing jobs are down. There is no growth in manufacturing. It has not happened. Anywhere that gets tariffed, if they're moving it to a different offshore country. It's going to Vietnam or Indonesia. It's not going back to America.
Workers, it's $1,800. For miners, we're bringing back clean, beautiful coal. It's $3,300. And for the first time in years,
Wait a minute. Whoa. I've been kind of talking shit, but if he's bringing back clean, beautiful coal, hold up. You guys know Big A loves clean, beautiful coal. I didn't know I was dealing with a goat. I didn't know I was dealing with old Donnie T bringing back clean, beautiful coal.
Are rising much faster than inflation. Remember that. The wages, just look at it. Wages are going up much faster than inflation. How big is that? Very importantly, there are more people working today than at any time in American history, and 100% of all jobs created since I took office have been in the private sector. Think of that. 100% of all jobs have been in the private sector rather than government, which is the only way to make a country powerful and great. This historic trend will.
Okay, I'm just going to pull this up. This is the bank rate survey, which is a good one, but there's others. All right, most American workers in 4 years say their pay hasn't kept up with inflation. If you ask people, and again, this can be replicated, and I'll find a Fox News poll. People do not feel, the 60%, largest share of workers in 4 years since COVID, that their paychecks are keeping pace with increases in household expenses.
Will continue. Already, I've secured a record-breaking $18 trillion of investment into the United States, which means jobs, wage increases, growth, factory openings, and far greater national.
How big is this fake number going to get by the end of his term? Because this number was like 2 trillion at the beginning, and then every time he does this speech, he adds a couple trillion to it. And now it's 18 trillion flowing in. And he always says, like, you know, the most any other president ever got was like 2 trillion, but we're doing 18. But it's just a made up number. It's just whenever he sits around those dinners and people promise him, oh, I'm putting 500 billion in, sir. I'm putting in, and he adds that all up and he makes his fake number. There's no evidence of it. There's no, the country's still running a massive deficit. I don't know what the fuck we're talking about. And then by the time it's 4 years from now, it's going to be $100 trillion.
Security. Much of this success has been accomplished by tariffs. My favorite word, tariffs, which for many decades have been used successfully by other countries against us, but not anymore. Companies know that if they build in America, there are no tariffs, and that's why they're coming home to the USA in record numbers. They're building factories and plants at levels we haven't seen. AI.
Well, I want to hear about AI, but I want to be so clear, bro. And this is exactly from Liberation Day. But again, it's tariffs are coming through on prices. The amount we've made from tariffs is already all allocated. None of it's amounts to the amount we've lost. And there's no boom of manufacturing jobs. We just had a jobs report released, 60,000 jobs or whatever, 100,000 lost last month. I'm sure this one will get revised down. But if you dig into the report, which I did, the only job growth is coming from like healthcare and then government jobs like education. Manufacturing down, retail down, tourism-related jobs down. So it's like, what the fuck are we talking about? This is just openly lying. There is no, like this is numbers from your government. You already made the BLS stop reporting, then come back. Like, if we can't trust these, what can I trust? No matter where we go, nothing is adding up to what you're saying. You're just going out there and hoping nobody ever checks.
Automobiles, we're doing.
Dude, he talks like a chatter trying to rage bait me. But it's the president of my country.
What nobody thought was even possible, not even remotely possible. There has never, frankly, been anything like it. 1 year ago, our country was dead. We were absolutely dead. Our country was ready to fail, totally failed. Now, we're the hottest country anywhere in the world. And that's said by every single leader that I've spoken to over the last 5 months. Next year, you will also see the results of the largest tax cuts in American history.
Oh, yeah.
That were really accomplished through our great, big, beautiful.
Okay, I'll tell you what the result will be. our already miserable World War II level deficit will blow out even more astronomically. We're tax cutting the few people we can still tax while spending more than ever. We will go into absolute financial chaos. The rest of the world's we're already having bad bond auctions because nobody wants to fucking buy our debt. And now we're going to be stuffing the channel with as many fucking treasury bills as we can at the same time as we have no plan to pay it off.
Bill, perhaps the most sweeping legislation ever passed in Congress. We wrapped 12 different bills up into one beautiful bill. That includes no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security for our great seniors.
That's
Under
good.
these cuts, many families...
I do like that, the vast majority of our tax dollars go as a gigantic vacuum out of working people's pockets and sent to old people. But far be it from me that they pay any taxes on those. No, finally something for the boomers. Finally something for the boomers, bro. And of course, there's no fucking means testing for it. So make sure that a lot of that Social Security money goes to people that own houses and already have established financial wealth. We should take money from people that need it and give it to people that don't. That's fucking awesome.
Will be saving between $11,000 and $20,000 a year, and next spring is projected to be the largest tax refund season of all time. Because of tariffs, along with the just passed One Big Beautiful Bill, tonight I am also proud to announce that more than 1,450,000, think of this, 1,450,000 military service members will receive a special, we call Warrior Dividend before Christmas.
The
A
Warrior
Dividend. In honor of our nation's founding in 1776, we are sending every soldier $1,776. Think of that.
We're doing
And the
stimmy
checks
checks.
are already on the way.
We're doing
Nobody
stimmy checks,
understood
bro.
that one until about 30 minutes ago. We made a lot more money than anybody thought because of tariffs and the bill.
We are in a fucking massive deficit. Yeah, everyone knows this. Scott Bessent knows this, bro. Everyone knows this. Oh my God, we do not have the money to send out millions of this is so chaotic, bro. This is so crazy. This is like below my worst expectations, bro. This first year has been
Helped us along. Nobody deserves it more than our military. And I say congratulations
this is
to everybody.
so
And
bad.
by the way, we now have record enlistment in our military. And
That's
last
a
year
bad
we had
thing.
among the worst recruitment numbers in our military
That's
history.
a bad thing.
What a difference a year makes. In
That's a
addition,
massive recession
I'm doing
indicator.
What no politician of either party has ever done, standing up to the special interests to dramatically reduce the price of prescription drugs. I negotiated directly with the drug companies and foreign nations, which were taking advantage of our country for many decades, to slash prices on drugs and pharmaceuticals by as much as 400, 500, and even 600%.
That's not how.
In other words, your drug costs will be plummeting downward. And I used the threat of tariffs to get foreign countries who
Can't
would
slash
never
a
have done
price
it
600%.
to pay the
You
cost of this giant dollar reduction.
It's a positive
They
integer
stopped
going down to another
ripping
positive
us
integer.
off,
So
and it began as of 4 days ago. There has never been anything like this in the history of our country. Drugs have only gone up, but now they'll be going down by
This is
numbers
so
never
bad, bro.
conceived possible. It's called Most Favored Nation, and no president has ever had the courage or ability to get this done until
thank God
now.
we got you, Donald J.
The
Trump.
first of these unprecedented price reductions will be available starting in January through a new website, TrumpRx.gov. And these big price cuts will greatly reduce the cost of health care. I'm also taking
good.
on the
That's good.
gigantic health insurance
hate for-
companies that have gotten rid
Bro, it's so funny because the last time we watched one of these speeches, it was him announcing that Trump checks for kids, and now it's Trump RX. Like it all has. He's building the Arc de Trump in fucking DC. He's got to put his damn name on everything.
on billions of dollars of money
Trump
that should
RX?
go directly to the people. The money should go to the people. That's you. so they can buy their own health insurance, which will give far better benefits at much lower cost. It will be far better health insurance. The current Unaffordable Care Act was created to make insurance companies rich. It was bad health care at much too high a cost. And you see that now in the steep increase in premiums being demanded by the Democrats, and they are demanding those increases, and it's their fault.
What the fuck are you talking about? The Democrats are demanding the premiums go up? They're out, they shut down the government because they want the prices to go up? It was the exact opposite. The whole point was to extend the subsidies to keep the prices low. Now, look, there's a larger problem, you could say, that maybe like our government having to fund subsidies of a thing we can't negotiate the prices on is crazy. But the idea is at the end of the day, it's taxpayer money, and the bottom line is you get a cheaper healthcare. But the idea they were fighting to get your premiums up out of pure spite is fucking crazy. What are you talking about?
It is not the Republicans' fault. It's the Democrats' fault.
I see.
It's the Unaffordable Care Act, and everybody knew it. Again, I want the money to go directly to the people so you can buy your own health care. You'll get much better health care at a much lower price. The only losers will be insurance companies that have gotten rich, and the Democrat Party, which is totally controlled by those same insurance companies.
How will the insurance
companies... They will not
companies...
be happy.
I literally walk through the logic of this. How will completely unchanging their structural control over that industry, but moving the money through either Affordable Care Act or direct, how will that change whether or not they're going to get rich either way? They can price gouge either way. What?
That's okay with me, because you, the people, are finally going to be getting great health care at a lower cost. Another major focus is the cost of energy. For years, the radical left Democrats exploited the green.
I don't care. We're fact checking live, bro. I want to pull up something here. We have to do this. We have to do this. Just hold up. There's a speech that just got given. I got to find it. Someone's got to help me find this. It just happened. It is. Hold up. I found it. Okay, look.
But the truth.
Okay. Look at this. Look at this.
Is they've always said they have a plan, but they've never had a plan. Let me just go through a list of things here. In February of 2016, then presidential candidate Donald Trump said, we're going to replace Obamacare with something so much better. Nothing followed. On February 27th of 2017, the president said, we have a really terrific, I believe, health care plan coming out. Never did. May 10th, 2018, Donald Trump said, but wait till you see the plans that we have coming out literally over the next 4 weeks. We have a great health care plan coming out. Nothing happened. At a press gaggle near Air Force One in May of 2019, he said, we're coming up with a great health care plan. We're going to have a fantastic health care plan that's coming out in the next 4 weeks. Nothing ever materialized. June 16th, 2019, President said, we're going to produce a phenomenal health care plan, and we already have the concept of a plan, and it will be so much better health care. Yeah, well, we'll be announcing it in about 2 months, maybe less. Nothing happened. Fox News interview, the president said, we're signing in a health care plan within 2 weeks.
I'm signing it. 2 weeks.
Health care plan. Nothing happened. July 2020, the president said, well,
2020.
We're going to be doing a health care plan. We're going to be doing a very inclusive health care plan. I'll be signing it sometime very soon. It might be Sunday, but very, very soon. Nothing happened. August 3rd, 2020, the president says we're going to be introducing a tremendous health care plan sometime hopefully prior to the end of the month. It's just about completed. Nothing.
We're still 4 years ago.
15th, 2020. You know, the president says you're going to have a new health care. We have a whole bunch of alternatives to Obamacare that are 50% less expensive and are actually better. Nothing. Never happened. September 10th, 2024. ABC News presidential debate.
Okay.
He says, I have concepts of a plan. You'll be hearing about it in the not too distant future. Nothing happened. December 8th, 2024. He said, we have concepts of a plan that will be much better. You'll see it very soon. Produced nothing. In May of 2025,
This year.
the White House event, he says, so we're going to be maybe coming up with something. I think this gives the Republicans a chance to actually do a health care that's much better than Obamacare. Nothing. People are sick and tired of the empty rhetoric.
Okay, bro. He talks about healthcare like I talk about fucking Marketing Monday. it's always next day. It's always just a few days late. It's always right around the corner, bro. What are you fucking talking about? It's been years and years of the same fucking shit. It's just about to be here. It's going to be so cheap and so affordable.
Green energy scam as an excuse to funnel many billions of dollars into their own massive slush funds as their energy restrictions drastically drove up prices, and they drove them up at record levels. Electricity costs surged 30 to 100% under Biden, and the typical family lost $5,000 to $10,000 in higher energy costs. Think of that, $5,000 to $10,000 you lost